to Ono 103.5 FM. This is The Buzz. Everyone, welcome to Ono 103.5 FM, and this is The Buzz, where we read out to you interesting stories, interesting news on social media, from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook. My name is Temitope Dada, and this morning I'll be reading out to you what's going on social media. I'm sure you all are excited to hear what actually is going on social media. Alright, just like we always tell you, all of the stories, you have your views. Can you let us know what your reaction is or are to all of the stories? And because you have a voice, as a person you have a voice, we believe you have a voice, so let us know what you think about some of the stories, some of the trending gist on social media. All right, the first story I have on desk this morning says it's about Hilda Bassi, or is it the Bachi? All right, President Buhari congratulates Hilda Bassi, who breaks the Guinness World Record by cooking for 96 hours. So it says Guinness World Record, Hilda Bassi is now a cultural icon, says President Buhari. So it's posted on President Buhari's Twitter page, where he says, I share the immense joy of all Nigerians as Hilda Bassi makes history by breaking the world record for longest cooking marathon. A great day for Nigeria. We're all very proud of what she has personally accomplished and placing Nigeria in the global spotlight. Hilda's drive, ambition, and resilience have brought great interest and insight into the uniqueness of Nigerian food. She is now a cultural icon, and I believe that this feat will inspire many more young people in Nigeria and beyond to follow in her footsteps. So the story of Hilda has been going on. So many people congratulating her for the work well done, her determination, her tenacity to actually see that her dream actually come to pass. And in respect to this, there have been thousands of reactions from people all over the world, Nigerians especially, so happy when she actually broke the record yesterday. And here also I have, it says Nigerian chef Hilda Bassi breaks Guinness Book of Records for longest cooking time. Alright, I'll be reading out several comments of people here about President Buhari's congratulatory message to Hilda. Alright, Bell underscore Tiwa says she's okay. No, I'll not be taking that. Adakari says, Baba, thank God say no be INEC go decide our records. Okay. Alright, Nigerians are thanking God that Hilda actually won as she is meant to. Flora says, allow this babe reach the 96. Alright, that was then. Miss B says, how can I comment with stickers? Now sticker I won't use express myself. Just Ike says, thank God she don't break the record before Boo Boo Talk. The billionaire says, if to say Baba fit cook. Alright. Fix Prima says, at least you let her break the record. Alright, very many records, comments. Okay, let me just take some other comments about Hilda. Okay, Oge says, her assistant is the real deal. God bless him and other assistances, if there's any word like that. Dear Nine says, congratulations to her. I would love to break Guinness World Record for longest sleeping hours for an individual, but I don't trust my village people. Make them no carry me from there. Alright, that was just on a light note. Nene underscore George says, she gets sense. She fine. She can't sabi cook. Normally, you be wife material. Congrats. Alright, lastly, before we leave Hilda's story, Kennedy Excel says, congrats. She's so strong. A lot of people no go fit stand and cook for like 3 hours because of arthritis or numbness. Alright, so Nigerians are congratulating Hilda for the great feat she has accomplished by being determined and resilient on achieving her goal. Alright, the next story I have is an update on Seun Kuti's story I read out to you yesterday. It says, just in, Singer Seun Kuti arrested for assaulting a police officer in Lagos. So Seun Kuti willfully walked to the police station, whereby he gave up himself for the police. And in respect to that, several Nigerians also have given their comments to that, and you also might have your own view about what you think. So Sergeant Benjamin Hundeyin posted on his Twitter page, he says, Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti in the early hours of yesterday turned himself in at the Lagos State Police Command headquarters in Ikeja in company of his lawyer and family representatives. In line with the law, the command appreciates the public for their concern and assures that the ongoing investigation will be detailed, transparent, professionally pursued, and justice will be manifestly served for all parties involved. So that's from Sergeant Benjamin Hundeyin. Alright, in respect to that, also there has been an update this morning where we see Nigerians questioning the Nigerian police force for the reason why they had to handcuff Seun Kuti, because I can see a video of him being handcuffed and his shoes were taken off. So in respect to that, the NPF PRO actually responded to that on his Twitter page. A Nigerian asked, why the handcuff? Was the handcuff necessary, and why collect his shoe? NPF Sha, with a smiling emoji. Then Prince Olumuyiwa responds by saying, it seems you are not familiar with detention. With this question, anyway, it's a normal procedure before detention. Alright, so in respect to Seun Kuti's story, Nigerians have given their reactions. Tochukwu says, unprofessional response. Wow. That means Prince Olumuyiwa's response. Okay, Emmanuel Nwobodo says, a normal procedure before detention. My whole life and years of existence, I have never seen this same procedure carried out on any politician found guilty of looting our resources in Nigeria. Not even a single mugshot of them too. As much as I do not support Kuti for his actions, it's clear to me that the NPF exhibits blatant hypocrisy and double standards. Alright, Adeolu says, it seems you're not familiar with detention. These police officers self get bad mouth. How person go they familiar with that kind of place? Alright, lastly before we leave Seun Kuti's story, Angel says they should please respect him now. That's the great fella's last born. Oh, I just wish Seun Kuti can learn from his elder brothers, Femi and Kunle Kuti. You should try to be gentle now. Okay, alright, so that's that about Seun Kuti's story, whereby he willfully gives himself up to the Nigerian police for arrest, and he's been arrested. The next story says, Actor Chikezie Uwazie dies in the US. Alright, so it says veteran Nollywood actor Chikezie Uwazie is dead. The actor reportedly died in the US few days ago after a second brain surgery. This is very disheartening for the Nigerian Nollywood industry after losing about, I think, 4 artists in the past week. Alright, and in respect to that, people have given their comments about this. Rosie Throne says, okay, I'll leave that. Limat says, untimely death shall not be our portion. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. Okay, Sasuto says, people asking what is happening, are they oblivious to the fact that people die every minute? Nollywood earn costs. They are human. All we can do is to pray for their families to have the strength to handle the loss. Fred's signature says, I know people die every day, but what is the plague of death in the entertainment industry? 3 dead in 3 days. God forbid. And lastly, another reaction to the death of actor Chikezie. Win Woman says, what's going on in Lollywood? God, I beg, show us mercy and preserve our lives. Alright, so that's that about the demise of actor Chikezie Owaze. Alright, the next story on my desk this morning, it says 2023 elections, US government imposes visa restrictions on some Nigerians. Alright, so this was posted yesterday by the Secretary Anton Blinken yesterday, where it was posted that if it says we have imposed visa restrictions on specific individuals who undermine the democratic process during Nigeria's 2023 elections. We remain committed to supporting Nigerian aspirations to strengthen democracy and rule of law. Yes, in respect to this story, so many Nigerians have given their comments also, and I'll be reading out some to you here. Dara_special says, very good, but we need names, please. We need their names. Alright, Rosie Tron says, who are the some? Let's give a total transparency here. Emmanuel Jacob says, if you people are really serious and transparent, you need to publish their names. We don't want audio restrictions. Okay. Obia Jumike says, we need that list, I beg. We need to see the names being featured on that list. Can they share? Alright, so Nigerians are requesting for the list of those who have been restricted or who have visa restrictions have been placed on. Lastly on this story, Kola Wale says, any visa restrictions alright, I'll leave this. Ezekwesiri says, who are those individuals? And if you know the elections were disrupted, why not intervene? Does the ICC even work? Does the UN even intervene? Alright, so that's that about the story. It says, US government imposes visa restrictions on some Nigerians. Alright, the next one I have here still about Seun Kuti, whereby it says Nigerians dig up old video of singer Seun Kuti bragging about slapping police officers. This was dug up yesterday. Yes, it was dug up yesterday in the afternoon, whereby Nigerians actually, I can see a video here from my end, whereby Seun Kuti is seen to say he could slap police officers if they behave in a way he doesn't like. So this video was dug up yesterday and it's been trending since yesterday on Instagram, and people have been giving their comments about an old video of singer Seun Kuti bragging about slapping police officers. So in respect to this, MZ_B says, wait though, is it because it's Seun or all of a sudden Nigerians now love the police so much? People are actually wondering where they went to get this old video of Seun bragging that he's going to slap a police officer. Alright, Anoluwa_mod says, now we want end police brutality. Now we still they put fire. I fear my country people. Alright, the Lady of Steel says, finally, can we now all agree that this supposed success came as a result of the title Fela Pikin? Priscilla says, them suppose leave FBI work for Nigerians. Okay, for digging out the old video. Alright, I'll take this last comment before we leave Seun Kuti's story. Black Rose_T says, una know how many times Nigerian police don't arrest Seun in the name of Fela Pikin. Allow the guy and his ideology, because truth be told, Nigerians have been oppressed so much by both his same black uniform criminals and our so-called politicians. No one is above the law, Abi. Same law they have used against common citizens in this country. Is there anyone who would say he or she, or even in their family, haven't faced unjustly police brutality? Now play with a play. Alright, so that's that about Seun Kuti's old video that was dug up by Nigerians, whereby he brags about slapping a police officer. I'll be going on a very short break, and when I'm back, I'll continue to read out to you interesting stories on social media. We're glad you're still tuned to Ono 103.5 FM. This is The Buzz. Thank you for staying tuned. This is The Boars, where we read out to you interesting stories on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and you get to give your comments because we believe you have a voice over all of these things going on in the country. All right, so the next story here says, Daddy Freeze. Okay, kindly hold on. All right, next one I have here says, alleged 6 billion naira money laundering, EFCC rearrests businessman Mumfa. Alright, so EFCC has rearrested, like he was arrested before, but he was rearrested again, social media celebrity and businessman Ismaila Mustafa, better known as Mumfa, over alleged 6 billion naira money laundering. And this was yesterday. According to the news, the prosecution would like to bring to the knowledge that in collaboration with international partners, they've been able to apprehend the defendant. All right, so in respect to Mustafa's story being rearrested once again, Rosie Throne says, I feel they arrest this man whenever they need money. Now, wow, sure clients. All right, that's just a light note, I think. Then Shamsa Adeshino says, at this point, one would think this is a partnership deal for rearresting him the second time. eBoss TV says, honestly, Momfa should be breaking record for the most arrested for money laundering case. I have lost count of how many times EFCC have arrested this man, then release him after some weeks. Waiting this sub gongo. Lastly on this story, Wendy_Adama says, Idon doesn't give up on crimes. Now crimes they give up on them. Alright, so that's that about Mustafa, who is rearrested again. Ismail Mustafa, who a celebrity, a social media celebrity and businessman who was once arrested by EFCC, arrested again for money laundering in the country. Alright, the next one I have here says, Ghanaian influencer Hadjia for real extradited to US over alleged 2 million naira romance scam. Ghanaian influencer, a very popular Ghanaian influencer, Hadjia for real, that trends online, has been extradited to the US from the UK for alleged 2 million naira romance scam. So the story says that for years, I think a year, she has an enterprise whereby she scams US people, old people especially, and gets money from them, even as an influencer. So with respect to these people, actually, it's a very, very long story. Emmanuel says, the way people are looking for money by any means is crazy. I'm always careful around people who will do anything for money. There is dignity in labor. I wonder if junior colleagues will blame Ghana government too. I am Zanai says, soon one working young girl will be thinking she's in the wrong profession and wonder why she's not living a luxurious lifestyle. If only you know what many of your favorites are doing closed doors, you won't wish to be them. Alright, someone else says, Fictmark_official says, one good thing about her situation right now is that she will get to serve or sleep in a clean and safe cell with kind-hearted, well-trained correctional officers, unlike Africa. Say no to fraud. People you're trying to impress don't even give a care about you. Alright, So that's that about Ghanaian influencer Ajo for real extradited from the UK to the US over alleged 2 million naira romance scam. Okay, uh, another story that has been trending here since yesterday online is in Lagos, whereby it says a container falls on a car at cement bus stop in Lagos. Yes, a trailer carrying a container falls on a cab in Lagos. And this a report says it's been happening at that same spot, at that same road rather, severally. It says another trailer fell at cement bus stop, Lagos, Abeokuta Expressway. No life lost. And it says which side of the lane to Dokwemu area. Okay, so in respect to that, Nigerians have given their reactions. Sweet Annie says God is merciful. Ace_Beauty says that's why you can never see me drive beside a trailer. If the car behind me thinks I'm slow, I beg, take over. Dapper says until Nigeria creates a motor vehicle law, things like this will keep happening. In Colorado, US, you will never face life in prison for this act. Okay, I don't understand that. Alright, verified schoolgirl says Sonwolu will come and point. Alright. Miss Lara says accidents hardly occur on that route. What must have happened? Lastly, in respect to this story, Greenway says no one expects it after experience of the kind of mad traffic from Oshodi to Ikeja along, not knowing that there's still one ahead of us, which is standstill, thanks to the last mile. Alright, so that's that about a container that fell yesterday on a car, a Camry car yesterday at Cement Bus Stop, Dokwemu area in Lagos State. Alright, moving on to the next one. Nigeria has no choice but to borrow to finance its 2023 budget deficit. This is coming from the World Bank director. Nigeria has no choice but to borrow to finance its 2023 budget deficit. Okay, so this is in respect to what President Muhammadu Buhari signed some weeks ago to the Senate, whereby he approved a fresh loan of mere $800 million for Nigeria. Alright, so I'll be reading out something. The World Bank country director for Nigeria, Shubham Chowdhury, has said that the nation has no choice but to borrow to finance its 2023 budget deficit. Addressing critics of the $800 million loan offered to Nigeria, Chowdhury, in an interview with the TV over the weekend, said Nigeria has no alternative but to borrow to finance its 10.7 trillion naira budget deficit. So in respect to this, different Nigerians are giving their comments actually. Adelakun says the Bretton Woods institution, World Bank and IMF will continue to give us anything we request for, so as to put us in a debt trap they can take advantage of. There is nothing free, even in Freetown. They make sure it seems like they are doing us favors, but those who understand the politics of foreign aid understand the implications on any nation's development. Lastly on this story, even the Sholibon says, relax. Even the US borrows money from foreign countries to fund its budget deficit. In fact, the US owes trillions. People just complain about everything without knowing how things work. Alright, so that's that about the story on World Bank directors Chadurine, sorry about the name, saying that Nigeria has no choice but to borrow to finance its 2023 budget deficit. So this is where I'll be joining the curtain this morning on The Boys, where we read out to you interesting stories, trending matters on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. My name is Demitokwe Dada. Do not change the dial. I'll be here tomorrow to continue to give you interesting gist on social media.